Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is the week of November 5th to the 10th of 2019 readings. I'm going to start off with what are they thinking, feeling about this particular Gemini that I'm reading for during this general read. So who is it that you're thinking of that you would like to know what they want to say, what they are feeling, what they are thinking? So, dear Lord, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please bless this Gemini with clearly defined messages regarding the one that Gemini is thinking about. What are that person's perspectives, thoughts, feelings, emotions regarding this connection, circumstance, situation? Okay, Gemini. So somebody's really focused on their family and their upbringing, and they recognize that that was what was most important in their life. But they also want to say, you are special to me, even though I told you otherwise. They're saying it all comes down to timing. When the time is right, know that you will always hold a piece of my heart. So for some Geminis, the timing was off. So I'm going to provide spiritual guidance, clarity, and etc. For this particular Gemini during this general reading, dear Lord, Spirit Guides, and Angels, during the week of October 10th. November, I'm doing this a lot, so I feel like some things are carrying over, but there's something you learned about your own independence in October, and now in November, you're finding the clarity about how to finally step into your future, away from what was holding you back. And this is for a lot of people. So on the bottom of the first Lenormand deck, we have a Gemini who is either connecting with someone who's in a leadership position, or this is you thinking about starting your own business, climbing into a higher position of pay. Yes, and there's the higher position of pay, Stark energies, representing, well, tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm just going to say throughout the week because I'm feeling different people. Some will be at the beginning of the week. Some will be at the end of the week. But either way, you're meeting up, negotiating, and connecting with someone who's very passionate about what they do. It could be that Spirit is saying it is now time, Gemini, to put your passionate energy into this leadership position. Talk to someone, meet up, and negotiate for, you may be thinking about a higher income, a bonus. And Spirit's advice here is with the tree energies, trees don't just grow 100 years spontaneously, right? It's about planting seeds and coming up with new ideas, not only in maybe the financial realm, but in the creative realm as well. Setting goals and meeting goals over a period of time so you can grow spiritually through this process. So you can finally start to recognize the journey ahead by which you were meant to be experiencing at this time in your life. And for some of you, it's the area of love. I learned about a connection. I learned about myself through the circumstances of that connection. And now I can plan my long-term future. But now is also a time to rest. It really is a time to plan during this week for you, Gemini, whichever Gemini I'm reading for during this general reading. My favorite card is here with the clock energy. So this is about divine timing. Somebody here may be wanting to meet up with someone who's in a leadership position because they would like to receive a raise, an abundance, an offer, an opportunity of pay. But the advice here is to slow down, plant new seeds, continually to devote yourself, and know that through your prayers and the actions you're taking that you will eventually step into a path whereby there could be some form of offer or opportunity in the area of money. Now, this would be around the 17th of October, so it's going a little bit beyond for some of November, pardon me. For others, there is someone who's thinking about someone in a leadership position, someone financially abundant, secure, and stable, someone who is maybe of a bigger build, someone who is a passionate masculine. Be it yourself going in to say, I'm very passionate about what I do, but I'd like to receive more income. If that's the case, Spirit's saying slow down, plant those seeds. I think also in the area of love, if you're wanting to meet up and connect with someone, maybe around the 20th would do. But I think Spirit's saying just give the situation more time. Work on you So a big message for a lot of people at this time in the first half of November 2019. It's about security and stability in our own foundation before we bring other people, places, circumstances into our foundation. It's a moment to pause and reflect, right? To look at, what is my soul purpose? Was I meant to create tattoos? Was I meant to become a makeup artist for those who are famous? For Spirit is giving you the lily energies of, it is now time to pay attention to signs and synchronicities this week, for we want to guide you into the path of your long-term future. Trust in divine timing, and that as you put one foot in front of the other every day this week, you can free yourself from what may have been an unhealthy connection. This could also be an unhealthy behavior or a way of thinking tied to your childhood. We've got the child energy sitting here. We also have someone who is hoping that at some point this karmic connection with someone who may not be so good for you is going to bring in children, or children are involved. So Spirit's advice again here with the bridge and the wishing well. The advice here for this Gemini I'm reading for is to go ahead and create the journey ahead, but pray specifically to Spirit for which direction you'd like for them to guide you towards. For it's time to come beyond the obstacles of the mountain. The mountain is like it was a long and difficult path, but now it's time to say, I'm going to look towards the future, for I have now seen the clover energy showing up. Like for a lot of people, doorways opening, opportunities evolving. Now is the time. So go through the mountain of researching, of learning, if not only about what interests you, but about yourself spiritually, so that you can recognize this beautiful gift on the other side. You pick up this 4-leaf clover and say, my goodness, this is the path that was blessed and lucky for me. Therefore, I can bring a quick and swift ending to the obstacles and step into this building, this organization, and recognize my lucky path, security and stability, because I traveled, I pushed beyond energies of anxiety, and I freed my mind from obstacles, if only negative thinking, and brought it to an end. See, Spirit saying we want to bring the burdens with the cross to an end. And an old way of thinking, an old existence is ending. You're going through a spiritual transformation when the coffin shows up. And this is Spirit's way of saying an old path is ending. Why? Because it's time for the 9 of Hearts. So for some of you, it is time for a real love, a true love, a new plan, goal, intention, creative hobby, project, gift, talent, skills, starting your own business. Or look at this on the bottom. Spirit is trying to guide a lot of people at this time into their soul purpose. So, think back to the days of those whom have passed, like John Wayne, and a whole different time. These things are starting to die off and be forgotten by the children that are coming into the next generation. Therefore, Spirit's wanting for new memories to come out of us through our uniqueness. Wow. And that's what you're being guided to do this week, Gemini, is really think about your home, your family, your future. What do you want? Because I see a Gemini just kind of sitting here not wanting to move, and then kind of even sneaking away from the idea of, I can find clarity. All I have to do is commit myself, devote myself to partnership or to learning something or researching. So it's about devotion. Coming together with someone maybe you haven't met yet, who can help bring you into commitment, partnership, contract, maybe being an apprentice. Because look at with the clouds energies, this particular cloud card is about, it has the sun shining through. So they're saying you're going to get beyond confusion, illusion, frustration, worry, and you're going to, through a group of people at a business, an organization, or however, this process of connecting with others is going to bring you the clarity you've been seeking. So they're saying roll the dice and take a risk. Why not? The worst someone can say is new, and then you get to come up with another exciting adventure idea. So you've been blessed with the compass energies, Gemini, to trust that Spirit's going to give you signs and synchronicities that are going to guide you into the clarity you've been seeking. They're saying roll the dice and take a risk when it comes to connecting with someone in the community, society, social media, technology. They're saying as you look a little bit deeper, you're going to be able to sweep away from fear of taking a risk. As you devote yourself, you're going to find great contentment and security. So if some of you have been waiting to connect with someone, you will be receiving kind words, messages, flowers, gifts, invitations, and or a reason to celebrate. And a brand new chapter in your life. Beautiful. Communication regarding money, wishes coming true. But some of you are like, which way should I go? Will I make a mistake? Well, you won't know if you make a mistake until you finally ask, right? Until you connect, until you put that information out there and receive some form of response from another human being, right? That's what's going to give you the clarity that some of you are fearing. Are you fearing a new path? What does that child within you like to do with their journey? Do they like to write, draw, paint, do photography, pottery, poetry? Yeah, it's time to get clear about what it is you're passionate about. That's going to bring you out of confusion and the fear of making mistakes. For if you don't step into a new direction and pray to Spirit specifically, you won't know which building, which organization, which connection, circumstance, situation that Spirit's trying to guide you towards with the energies of success, justice. I believe that was Six of Swords. At least that's the energy I feel. Justice turns in your favor if you will travel into the direction of greater stability, if you will face whatever obstacles are blocking you. Is it fear of success? Because that does happen. If people fear success, then that's how things transpire. They create the fear, becomes their real experience. All right, so I forgot to pull from the beginning. Now, for those of you who are thinking about another and what their perspective is, whether this is someone who's hiring, whether this is a friend, whoever it is you're questioning the thoughts of, Spirit, please provide this Gemini with that person's thoughts for this week. Okay. So this person's saying there are still so many things unsaid between us. So this Gemini, we have someone feeling like they're stuck in a prison. It's like you have connected yourself to the wall because when the widower energy show up, this person doesn't want to turn around and understand that an ending has transpired, that something is said and done. And that's what this spiritual transformation for a lot of people is about. It's about rising above. Fine. Something didn't turn out the way I wanted it. I rose above and now I'm putting my passionate energy into me. I'm going to obtain more research about my long-term future and what I want to create. What are you passionate about this week? For Spirit's gonna, with the clock showing up, guide you with signs and synchronicities and with the lilies towards a reason to celebrate your own personal journey. For some of you, it's in the direction of a new journey whereby you meet a sweetheart. Interesting. Maybe you will meet your sweetheart by going out with your mother or grandmother for some of you. From the 5th to the 10th of November 2019, coming together, having a good time, celebrating. Thinking about someone who's been down a long path. But there's still some healing here that needs to be done this week. For there's still a desire to reunite. But that would get you back hooked up to that wall, right? That prison. So they're saying put that person in the friend zone for now. What are you working on that makes you happy and joyful day to day? For we have a lot of stubbornness here with the constancy energies. Maybe some of you are coming into connection, and it may take till the end of November for some Geminis, where you meet up with a young woman energy, or you are the young woman, but now you've become stronger. Now you are more stubborn than you were before. For after some time, you have researched why something came to an end. And now you're going to just push beyond that stubborn energy and get dolled up and open to the new. Because for some of you, divine timing is definitely at work. So they're guiding you towards a reason to come together in joyful connection with others, whereby flowers will be a part of the situation. So as you are moving forward into a new direction, now I'm getting a lot of messages from these two. For some of you, you're wearing this harsh exterior energy of the soldier because of your childhood. For others of you, you need to recognize the soldier energy is not about opening your heart and loving and communicating and connecting with others long term. It's a short-term energy. So maybe in the past, when the child card shows up, you recognize that you were closed off, you were stubborn. But there's still someone here trying to get over an ending. Yep, they're hoping, wishing, and praying for what will come in the form of a message. But either this is making you kind of cold and shut off, or you are receiving messages from someone cold and shut off. We have someone here who may be hoping someday to celebrate a situation involving children. Sitting here still by the weekend, waiting for, hopefully, for some form of consolation. But remember, they're feeling too much pressure right now. This person's having a hard time opening up. Give it some time. For some of you who are already partnered. For others of you, are you lovable? Are you cuddly? Or are you prickly? For you could create a journey, but be careful what you bring unto yourself. If someone comes and takes with energies of falseness, of course, there will be sorrow. So it's about looking at things plainly and clearly, recognizing the falseness in others, trusting in spirit, that spirit will guide you towards the right one. So let's talk about that, Gemini. For this clarification of these messages, I'm going to bring in the Romance Angel deck by Doreen Virtue. 3 cards, please, representing the week of November 5th through the 10th. Okay, so we have separation here, Gemini. Rising above some form of separation, afraid maybe to move into a new direction. They're saying open your heart to that playful child within, cut away from trying to control the journey, focus on praying to spirit for what it is you've always wanted to do as you are separated from another. Again, get back in touch with you. Know that it is safe to love at this time, to open your heart, to give and receive the highest energy of all, which is love. Love is about patience and kindness. Love is about cuddly and kissy and huggy, right? Are you there? Remember, passion is a human reaction. It's I want what I want when I want it, but it's not built on a solid foundation. But love and patience makes a strong bonder. A bond stronger. All right, so by the end of the week, going into the weekend, we have children. Someone, either the situation's being affected by children, and that's why there's kind of a separation, distance, time between you. It could be that over time, again, as you trust in spirit, watch for signs and synchronicities. Spirit's got your back. Let spirit take the wheel, right? Call in your soulmate through prayer and trust and have faith as you keep an open mind that at some point you're going to obtain more wisdom about children, having children, creating children in the future. Separation, it's safe to love. Will your love life get affected by children? Is that the wisdom you're going to receive when the time is right? I want to clarify that. They're saying keep an open mind. Your love life may be affected by children. Divine timing is at work. There are unleft words. And someone's feeling too much pressure, maybe because of children. Oh, yeah. Because we have the fox with the second Lenormand spread. Sly and cunning behavior. If that's the case, Recognize anxiety in the area of love and romance. Speak your truth. For you'll be able to sweep away from the burden of can I or can I not move forward with this person. For some of you, devote yourself to recognizing anything that is unhealthy. For it is time for unhealthy connections to come to an end. So by the weekend, again, we have someone wishing for a situation regarding maybe their childhood, sly and cunning behavior, getting beyond obstacles, planting new seeds, trying to figure out the journey ahead, and what is your karmic path. Yeah, for some of you, someone's going to come in quickly and or unexpectedly, and you're being guided to be patient and kind. Maybe put things in the friend zone a little bit. For some, there is boredom and discontent. And when that happens, we need to get, back into our foundation. What is a hobby, gift, talent, or skill that you're working on? What is a building or organization you want to connect with? What is it you want to learn via community, society, social media, technology? Should you go to church? Should you sign up for a gym? What is it that's healthy for you, first and foremost? For somebody is not moving forward, but they will when the time is right. So this week, they're just feeling too pressured. Could involve children, or be careful if you're trying to create children. And I'll tell you why, because we're bringing in the Gypsy Oracle deck to clarify the energies of the Romance Angel deck. Yeah. Research why there is a separation. Know that you are rising above spiritually. You are able to move into a new direction where it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to what it is you're passionate about. Put your love into a hobby, gift, talent, skill, a new direction. For some of you, you may be meeting someone by Thursday or Friday this week if you're single. Someone who is helping you to do something. You run into this passionate masculine, or you feel very passionate about a connection. And there could be a conversation about children. I have children. There's children involved. I'd like to have children. Would you? We have a Gemini that has surpassed a joyful connection that was fortunate for a period of time, but are now more clear about what they want from a partnership. Or something ended with misfortune that caused pain that you were faithful to. But Spirit's saying turn that frown upside down with the sorrow and the cheerfulness energy. Keep your heart open. Open doors for others. Pay attention to those who open doors for you. By the end of the week, Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, male or female. Someone's sighing here and saying, I'm glad I didn't give away my mind, body, and soul, for this person does need to be in the friend zone. For as I watch the situation this week, I'm going to recognize with the frivolity energies that I have transformed spiritually to a higher level, a higher understanding. What do they have to offer me? That's a shift in perspective. It went to, I want to know much about the separation, then maybe they come into your direction by the second part of the week, and Gemini, you're like, I need to think things through. Yes, this person has money, this person is content, secure, and stable, but they have the haughtiness energies of the peacock, arrogance, and there is falseness. So think things through, whoever this is that's single. You are indeed ready with the young woman energies. You have the energy around you to create wonderful things. The young woman energy is a woman who's ready to be married, to celebrate, to receive gifts. So as some of you wait for divine timing and you start to move in new directions with new ideas, goals, and intentions, you come into connection with a lover, and it's a surprise. It's unexpected. And it helps this particular Gemini to let go of what it is they were thinking about before. They're now clear. It's too bad things weren't said. It's too bad that somebody was afraid to open up. All right. Let's go ahead and close by pulling one card from the Sacred Rebels deck by Alana Fairchild. Again, to reiterate, do not fear moving ahead in your journey. Spirit's giving you the strength to get back in touch with what you are playful and excited about, for that's going to lead you into and towards a building or organization that's going to be a lucky and karmic path for you. Don't be afraid to push beyond whatever obstacles are blocking you, especially when it comes to stability and security, finance, and career. It is now time to move into a new direction. Some of you may be coming into connection as you converse with others and obtain more wisdom about a lover. I think some of you are going to hear something that brings something to an end, and it makes you kind of turn completely off to that because something unexpected comes in. Wow, Gemini. So to close, I pulled one card from the Sacred Rebels deck by Alana Fairchild, and you've got going beyond normal. It's like you're rising above the way you used to see things, a previous perspective or opinion, and now you're seeing things completely differently. Every journey starts with a new step. So dream a new beautiful dream. For this week, Gemini, you're going to recognize that a storm has passed. Have faith in this process. Remember, divine timing is at work. But Spirit's trying to guide you towards a beautiful celebration. For some, finances. For some, it's a creative business, starting something on your own, signing up as an apprentice. For what you need is deep within you. It is not needed through and with others or things outside of you. Okay, so it's a time to really learn what you needed to learn. And if it doesn't serve you anymore, if it brings you misery, if this is unhealthy thinking, let it go. For what you have within you is a positive outcome. You know, a love story always ends, not always, but a lot of times ends in a sad ending. But it's what you learn through that process that is so beautiful, that helps to bring you into a higher perspective. So to close, this card means intuitively trusting that you are being led toward your own personal growth, right? This doesn't have to do with anyone else. This is, I am understanding now that what I need for peace, joy, and happiness and a great future is already within me. I just need to take it out, share it, show it, connect with it, talk about it, advance it, research it. For now is the time to live creatively and to thrive. For there is no need to control the situation, but rather just a desire to nurture an idea all the way into fruition. So the healing process messages are, may I rise above small-mindedness and use the best of what human culture has to offer in service to love through my own free will. I dare to live creatively from my heart and to thrive. What tugs at your heartstrings that you enjoy doing is going to guide you into the path, if you're single, into the connection with someone new that is very beautiful, that is divinely timed. And this process will help you to separate from that which you were thinking too much about. And I could go on and on about this, of course, but should you like your own personal energies read and you'd like to know more about the energies that will be available to you on into the future to work with, you can email me for a personal reading at josiek42@gmail.com. I offer a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and yearly reading, and my price list will be in the box below. I am still offering the Fall Winter Special, which is a 15-minute video reading for just $25 if you'd like to give it a try. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so very, very much to those of you whom have donated. Take care and God